Welcome back to more State of the USMNT. Today, guys, we have a very interesting video for you guys. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time. Honestly, a long, very, very long time. But in recent development, since Gio Reyna has been developing at a light speed as of late, I feel a little bit more confident making this video. Basically, this video is about why I believe that Greg Berhalter should finally move Gio Reyna into the midfield. Gio Reyna has been playing at the right wing or winger position for Berhalter as of late in his recent call-ups. But I'm going to tell you today why. I have facts and why I believe that Gio Reyna making the move to the midfield is going to benefit the USMNT now and in the long run. He's just a different type of player. But before we get into that, I want to incorporate a new segment for you guys, you fans out there of the State of the USMNT. Basically what I want to do, and it starts today after this video or during this video, if you have any questions, any questions you have about the USMNT, positive, negative, that you want me to answer, you want my opinion on, you're going to go on the comment section today on this video. Like I said, you're going to slap it on there. I'm going to go through all the comments, all the questions, and I'm going to pick 10 of them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those questions, and in the next video, which is probably 2 days from now, I'm going to read them out to the audience. I'm going to answer them, and I'm going to say who obviously asked the question, basically give you guys a shout out. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be incorporating that new segment into this channel, and honestly, it sounds fun. It sounds very fun. You know, we interact with you guys, we're reading your questions, and we're basically answering them out loud to the audience and giving you guys a shout out. I don't know, I just thought it was a good idea, right? A cool idea. I mean, you guys ask your questions and kind of Q&A, we answer them out loud, and you know, so if you have any questions you want to ask me, any questions about the USMNT, positive, negative, put them on the comment section. I'm going to pick 10 of them and I'm going to read them out loud in the next video. And one last thing I want to get out of the way before we get into this video is the giveaway still going on, guys. We're still giving away that Christian Pulisic USMNT jersey. It's going to be out for free. We're going to hand it out for free to one lucky follower, subscriber, liker, commenter, sharer of the State of the USMNT. Basically, what you got to do is comment, like, subscribe, share our content, and follow us on our socials. Very easy. And I also want to tell you guys this, that the winner is going to be announced on our Twitter. So at State of the USMNT, at our Twitter handle, we're going to be announcing the winner of this giveaway. So if you're not following us on Twitter, go follow us on Twitter because you don't want to miss you potentially winning this jersey for free, guys. And the winner is going to be announced at the end of this month. So just letting you guys know. Lately, I understand that Berhalter has definitely gained a lot of fans out there, including me. I'm a fan of Berhalter. I think that he's been doing a great job with the USMNT. Has definitely have the players, you know, buying into whatever he's selling. Has the players playing for him. Had A squad playing for him. Obviously, they won the CNL against Mexico, and then had the B squad believing. Nobody believed in the B squad at the Gold Cup, and guess what? They won the Gold Cup against Mexico, right? Obviously, there's a lot of games where we could have easily lost, in my opinion, and that's me just giving some hard criticism out there. It wasn't perfect, but hey, we won the title. A dub is a dub, but obviously there's room for improvement, in my opinion. Now, there's one thing that has always bothered me about Berhalter, and that's the fact that he plays players out of position. That's just one of the things, right? Obviously, I have my criticism. I'm a very hard critic, and that's because I'm a big-time fan of the USMNT. I don't want my team, which is a USMNT, you know, to become a complacent side, right? Like, hey, we won the CONCACAF Nation League, we won the Gold Cup, so that's good, right? Blah, blah, blah. No, we got to continue to strive to get better, and that obviously starts by holding the coaches accountable. So one thing that, like I said, bothers me about Berhalter is the fact that he plays players out of position. For example, Gio Reyna here, who I've been following closely, recently playing for Borussia, and this kid has been playing lights out, has been brilliant for Borussia lately. On some appearances has been playing that cam position or has been playing a little bit behind Marco Reus, but has looked great. The kid looks fluid, he looks hungry, he looks tenacious. When he receives the ball, man, he just wants to go forward, breaks defenders down 1v1. As of late, when I see him, I mean, I see his cool, calm, and collectiveness, has offered creativity. I mean, is fluid when he receives the ball, turns around and immediately just tries to go for goal or tries to send a nice through ball. It just looks great. Overall looks great. He looks technically sound, and in my opinion, he's on his way to looking like a world-class player. Very decisive. So my biggest question is, if he offers this for Borussia, who plays in one of the best leagues in the world, is coached by one of the best coaches out there too, if he can do this for Borussia, why can't he do this for the USMNT? We have enough wingers. We have enough players on the wings. I think it's time to bring Gio and just plug him in here and have him create from the midfield and have him just send some nice through balls to our strikers, to our wingers. I mean, can you imagine Gio Reyna running through defenders 1v1, just breaking them down and sending some nice through balls to a Christian Pulisic, to a Conrad, to a Tim Weah, to a Sargent Ahapi, instead of having Gio Reyna play on the flank and give him half a space? Why don't you give him the whole field to work with? And that's in the midfield. When you allow this kid to just roam freely and allow him to just receive the ball freely and turn around, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. This kid has world-class decision making. He's so good going forward. He's so good at receiving the ball and just going forward. In my opinion, if you have a player of the skill set, the attributes of a Gio Reyna, and you feel like you can't, you don't have a position for him because, well, you don't play with a 10, that makes no sense to me. You need to find a way to get your best players in the best position to impact the game in a positive way. And in my opinion, yeah, Gio Reyna is doing a fantastic job at the winger position. He's holding it down against Mexico. His last match for Berhalter was at the winger position, right wing opposite of Christian Pulisic. He had a goal and an assist. But can you imagine the impact he would make in the midfield? I mean, that's his natural position. He plays the center attacking mid. Yes, granted, he could play the left wing, right wing, but he's better off in the center attacking mid. And I've said it time after time after time. And I think that people are finally seeing that. People are finally seeing his development, how fast he's developing, how good he's looking for Borussia in the center attacking role. And we want it too. So I think Berhalter, I think it's time that Gio Reyna makes the move from the winger position to the 10 position, or if you don't have a 10 position, if you don't have that cam position, then plug him into that other 8 role where Sebastian Lletget usually takes up a slot. Let's be honest, man. Sebastian Lletget will probably be called to the World Cup qualifiers because he's a Berhalter guy and he knows that, Sebastian's going to do the work. But Sebastian doesn't do anything, in my opinion. I think Gio Reyna at this point, at the age of 18, is light years ahead of a Sebastian Lletget. Have you seen Sebastian Lletget as of late? I understand he's a serviceable player. I mean, you could plug him in a Gold Cup, a friendly, and he's going to click for you, right? But when it comes down to playing in the World Cup qualifiers and the World Cup, you need your best players in the best positions where they're going to impact the game, like I said, in a positive way. And Sebastian Lletget doesn't do that. Let's be honest. Sebastian is playing MLS ball. When he receives the ball, man, he takes a little too much steps, a little too much touches, because he's used to that in the MLS. It's not the highest level of competition. Therefore, you have more room for error. Therefore, you have more room to play with the ball. And that's exactly what Sebastian does. Takes a little too many touches, and by that time, the play's over. Just to give you a glimpse of what type of impact Gio Reyna has for BVB, for Borussia playing at the cam position or that 8 position, here you go. This past week, Giovanni Reyna made his start for Borussia Dortmund at midfield and played 87 minutes. Notching a goal against Eintracht Frankfurt. Recently played against Bologna, a Serie A side, and also notched a goal. Borussia Dortmund has won 3 out of 4 games with Gio Reyna starting at the midfield, whether it's at the 10 position or at the 8 position. And if that wasn't enough, you're going to see some highlights right now of Gio Reyna doing what he does best when he has time to create. Time to go forward. You're going to see what he does. And you're also going to see what he does in tight spaces. This guy's amazing. Exhibit A here. Basically, Gio Reyna is going to receive the ball. Now, Gio Reyna's here. He's going to receive the ball and immediately just turn around. One touch and let's go. We're going forward. That's what he offers. That's what he offers. And that's something that Sebastian Lletget, in my opinion, can't give you. Sebastian Lletget will probably receive it and just probably pass it back or take too many touches, like I said. Boom, receives and let's go. And sends a nice pass. That's what he offers you. That's one play. Exactly what I said. Receive the ball and immediately let's go forward. I love that about him. And this next play, you're going to see him do the dirty work, put on his overalls. He's going to go out there and try to fight for the ball, win the ball, and immediately try to transition it into an attack. Takes it away, immediately transitions into attack. On this next example, you're going to see how fast he is at receiving the ball and just turning. So fast, just so fluid. It takes one touch and he's going straight. Boom. Let's see that again. Let's see that again. And immediately turns it into an attack. Boom, turns around, let's go, going forward. There it is, a decisive pass. In this next play, you're going to see him running with a head full of steam, immediately just chucking forward, and he sends a nice through ball. His vision is amazing. His anticipation is amazing. There he is. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, nice pass. I wasn't expecting it. I thought he was going to pass it to his teammate to the right over here, but he even fooled me. He passed it to Haaland. Look at this. Boom. Goal. That's what you need. You need creativity up front. Here he is again. Look at that. Look at this. Missed it. But look at that. Just broke down defenders 1v1. Here he is. Takes one defender. Boom. Breaks him down. Has a lane and obviously missed it. But this next example is going to show you how tight he keeps the ball to his feet, how composed he is in tight spaces, how brilliant he is at maneuvering through 2 defenders basically and slicing and splitting them. Takes one defender on. Slices him and he's out. He's out of trouble that fast. So those are just some snippets of what type of skill, what type of ability Gio Reyna can bring to the midfield. If Berhalter said, hey, it's time. It's time to make the move. It's time that we plug this kid in a more creative role and allow him to create. Allow him to do whatever he does and to do what he does best. And that's obviously going forward and breaking down defenders 1v1 and sending some nice through balls and having some world-class decisive passing, decisive vision. Like I said, you need to find a way to plug in some of your best players in the best possible position to have the best possible chance to win. And that's obviously moving Gio Reyna from the winger position to the camp. That's my opinion on Gio Reyna. That's my opinion on the whole Gio Reyna situation. I think it's time to make the move. I don't care if you don't utilize that position, Berhalter. You make a damn position for him. If you use 2 8s, well, then you push the 1 8 a little bit higher and you plug him in there and you allow him to create. And also the development of, like I said, the development of Conrad, you know, him playing a lot at Marseille, him obviously taking those strides in his development. Obviously that benefits us. Maybe Berhalter feels confident now that a player like Conrad, who's been taking steps, or a player like Tim Weah can hold it down at the right wing, and then he could finally move a Gio Reyna to that 8/10 position or 10/8 position. I think that's a viable option, and that's what I'm gonna die with, and that's my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. That's my opinion. I got some cool ideas for this channel, man. I definitely want to turn this channel into something big. Okay, something really big. I have some solid ideas, but for that to happen, obviously we got to get the following, and that happens with you guys. You guys in front of the screen, you guys got to hit the like button, subscribe, share the content. It helps us with the algorithm. It helps us reach more fans out there, and obviously those fans share the content, right? So yes, I do have some solid ideas for this channel. I really want to expand this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my video, my opinions, my thoughts on why Gio Reyna should definitely make the move to the midfield and should not play the winger position anymore.